Welcome to Silly Stories for Kids. With us, the Ramsden Girls. A podcast where our dad makes up a silly story. Just for you. Okay, let's go.
One day, a little girl named Erin was out in her yard. She'd been working with her mummy trying to plant some flowers. They had prepared the soil and got some extra topsoil to put on top so that the flowers would have some good soil to grow in. They'd watered it and then they had planted a few of the flowers. It looked quite pretty. But then, as she was sitting back admiring the flowers that she'd planted, something very strange happened. Out from the middle of the flowers popped a gopher. Excuse me, said Erin. You've just... are you Erin? Yes, said Erin. How did you know? Quick, come with me. But you've just wrecked my flowers. Quick, come, said the gopher. Okay, said Erin. The gopher ducked back down the hole. I guess I follow, said Erin. She started heading down the hole as well. She followed behind the gopher, who took her down some strange tunnels until it opened up into a big cave. The cave was very noisy inside, and there was lots of gophers running around looking quite worried. What's going on? Said Erin. Well, you'll see, said the gopher. He seems very nervous, thought Erin. She listened carefully, and she could hear some strange machine off in the distance, and a man yelling all kinds of things. Oh no, not that, oh dear, oh no. What is that? She started walking over to where the machine was, and there was a funny-looking man with a toolbox trying to work on a big machine that was making all kinds of ridiculous noises. What's going on? Is that Erin? Said the voice. Yes? Who are you? My name is Benigo, and I have made a very big mistake. Very big mistake, said Erin. Yes. Well, it all started. See these gophers? All the gophers stopped, looked at her and waved, and then kept running around frantically. Well, they were trying to expand their tunnel network, and it takes a lot of work to dig a tunnel. So I said that I would help them by making a very big tunnel machine that would dig very big tunnels to help join up all their tunnels with the tunnels of the gophers in the next neighborhood over. But something has gone wrong with my tunnel machine. What's gone wrong? Said Erin. It's out of control. It's digging tunnels everywhere. Oh dear, said Erin. Yes, we need to work out how to stop it. Let me think. Erin looked at the machine. It seemed to be making lots of noise and working very, very hard. What about this button just here? She pressed a big red button on the side, and as she did, the machine stopped. How did you do that? Said Benigo. You are amazing. What did you do? How? He said. Well, that big red button there had a sign above it that said stop, so I thought I'll press the stop button. Genius, said Benigo. I should have thought of that myself. The tunnel machine seemed to be retracting all of its tunnel diggers at the same time, and as it did, Benigo was looking at it very, very strangely. I guess there are lots of new adventures that we can go on. What do you mean? Said Erin. Well, each tunnel has been dug to a strange new place, so maybe we should go explore some of the tunnels? Hooray! Yelled all the gophers. I guess so, said Erin. Let's go. So Erin, Benigo, and the gophers started heading off into the tunnels. Which way should we go, Erin? You get to pick. This way, please, said Erin, and she pointed down one of the tunnels. All the gophers were very excited. Did somebody give her a head torch? No, said Erin. Here you go, said one of the other gophers, who popped up from one of the side tunnels and put a head torch on her head so that she could see clearly down the tunnels. They started heading off down the weavy, windy tunnel. This was a ridiculous tunnel, said Erin, as it seemed to swirl around and around until eventually they could see some light coming in from the end. I wonder where we are, she said. Me too, said Benigo. Let's go look. As they came up through the ground, they poked their heads up through the hole. As they looked, there was a lot of people running around and yelling. What is happening? Said Erin as she ducked back down the hole. She then popped her head back again. All the people were wearing strange kind of uniforms and... We've popped up in the middle of a soccer match, said Erin. Oh yes, and look, It is a very important stadium. Look at all the crowd. Benigo popped up through the ground and started waving to all the crowd. All the soccer players were very confused because all of a sudden a whole bunch of gophers and a little girl came out from a hole in the middle of the pitch. The referee didn't know what to do. Let's play, said Benigo. He raced over towards the ball. He kicked it towards Erin, who stopped it with her foot. She then started running over towards the goal. The soccer players were all very confused, but the gophers joined in as well. And Erin passed to a gopher who passed to another gopher who passed back to her. Hey, they got to score! Quick, stop them! The soccer players started running over to try and stop them. But it turns out that gophers are actually very good at soccer. They kept passing and passing and passing until one of the gophers kicked it straight towards Erin and she kicked a goal. The crowd went wild. Somebody get those gophers and that kid! Okay, time to go, said Benigo. All the gophers and Erin raced back towards the hole and they all dove down the hole. Get in there, yelled one of the soccer players. But before he could dive in, Benigo put in a very special tunnel cap. Bang! Ow, said the soccer player. I can't get down there. Benigo, the gophers and Erin were all laughing and laughing and laughing. Let's go down a different tunnel. Okay, said Erin, let's go. They started going back down the tunnel that they'd made and they found a different path. Let's go through this one, said Erin. Okay, come on, let's go. So the gophers, Benigo and Erin all started heading off down this next tunnel. As they ventured through, it started to go through some strange kinds of dirt. This looks quite different, said Erin. Yes, the tunnel digger is a very strong digger. It can dig through almost anything. I wonder where we are. Yes, said Erin, I wonder. They kept moving along until eventually they could see some light coming in. Interesting. Let's pop up and see. This time, they popped up very slowly. When they popped up, they were inside some kind of room. There was a lady up the front wearing some black robes and a funny-looking hat, and there were two people that were standing at tables. I think we're in a courtroom, said Emma. A courtroom, said Benigo. He popped up through the hole. Not guilty, yelled Benigo. What? Said the lady at the front bench. Quiet in my courtroom. She hit her hammer on the ground. Oh no, that is not a hammer. I have a much better one for you. Here you go. Benigo pulled out his toolbox and handed the judge a brand new hammer. Try that one. Okay, said the judge, as she went to hit her hammer on its little gavel. As she hit it, an explosion of fireworks blasted out. Wow, said the judge. Somebody get that thing. He tried to blow up my courtroom. No, not blow up. Make more fun. Okay, everybody, here you go. Benigo started throwing little packages to everyone. What are those? Said Erin. Here you go. Have one. Erin caught one of the little packages that Benigo was throwing. When she opened it up, a tiny little parachute came out. It flew up into the air and then landed back in her hand with a piece of chocolate on the end. That is so much fun. And taste the chocolate. It is amazing. Erin started eating the chocolate, and so did all the people in the gallery in the courtroom. They were munching on the chocolate. Even the judge had a piece as well, and the two people at the benches were having a taste. All right, I don't think that we should keep going. I did take that thing, and I'm really, really sorry. Okay, said the judge. I guess, do you forgive him? The other person looked across. Yeah, sure, I'll forgive him. Okay, case closed. She hit the hammer on the gavel once more. She said. Quick, down the hole, said Benigo. So all the gophers, Erin and Benigo, all dove back down the hole. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy the chocolate. The people all waved as they dove back down the hole. That was a fun one. Come on, let's go. One more. Okay, let's go down this tunnel this time, said Erin. Oh, okay, let's go, said Benigo. They started to follow the new tunnel, and they followed and followed. It weaved and it wove around all different directions. Very interesting, said Benigo. Yes, this is a very long one, said Erin. Very, very long one. And as we are going, it seems to be going in a different kind of direction. What do you mean? Said Erin. Well, I think we will see. They got to the end of the tunnel, but it seemed to still be closed. I don't think this one finished digging, said Erin. I think we are close to the surface. I can hear some noises from the other side. It sounds very wishy-washy. Okay, gophers, dig us through. As the gophers stretched forward and started to dig the end of the tunnel, something very strange happened. One gopher stuck one of his claws through and psh. What is that? Said Benigo. I think it's water, said one of the gophers. Uh-oh, water? I think we dug a bad tunnel, said Benigo. But it was too late. The water started to burst through more and more. Quick, everybody, sit on your hard hats! All the gophers jumped on top of their hard hats, and Erin sat on top of hers as well. Okay, hold on! Hold on for what? Said Erin. It turned out that the tunnel had been dug to the bottom of the ocean, and as they broke through, all the water started to blast behind them. It started pushing them all through all the different tunnels, and as they started shooting down like a water slide, the gophers all got split into different tunnels. They started popping up in all kinds of random locations. One was in the middle of a supermarket, one was on top of a mountain, one was in the middle of a speedway that had a big race going on. Two popped back up at the soccer game and took the ball once more until water started spurting out the ground like a fountain. Fortunately, Benigo and Erin got blasted all the way back to Erin's house. She popped up through the ground and landed back in her yard. Now, there was a water feature that was sprinkling water on all the brand new flowers. Perfect, said Erin. That worked out well. Yes, it did, but I better try and empty all these tunnels. We need to give the gophers back their houses. Yes, good idea, said Erin. Okay, thank you very much for your help, said Benigo. It has been very, very fun exploring the very fun tunnels with you. Thanks. I had fun too, said Erin. Okay, make sure that next time you plant the flowers, give them a little bit extra soil and put this over the bottom so that no gophers can get through. Benigo handed her a very special mat. I will, she said. Okay, see you later, Benigo. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye, said Benigo. Bye. As he disappeared back down the hole with a snorkel on, swimming through the tunnels, Erin walked back inside. Well, said her mum, how are the flowers looking? Did you water them? Well, said Erin, I don't think you'd believe me, even if I told you. And that is the end of the story. Today's episode is brought to you by Benigo's tunnel digging machine. I promise you, I have fixed all the issues so that it will work perfectly this time. We hope that you have been enjoying the silly stories for kids. Make sure to head over to the website to join our family to help us continue to make more and more very silly stories. This has been me, Benigo. And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.